My name is Pat Bohse, and welcome to SCAN. SCAN stands for Social Community Activities Network, and we have been providing services in Monmouth and Ocean counties for the last 27 years. It's my pleasure to introduce Maria DiSanti, SCAN's yoga teacher, and we're going to talk about yoga and all of the benefits in this wonderful exercise format. I'm so excited because we've come a long way in regards to providing exercise classes at SCAN. This has been around for a while. We've had lots of demand for it. And while Marie's been with us for 2 years, I think that we are finally coming full circle and appreciating the holistic approach to staying healthy. So welcome.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
So tell me how your background in yoga and how you came to SCAN, and I know that your classes have been growing leaps and bounds since you've been here.
Yeah.
And as a result of that, we are producing some wonderful tapes because it's been requested by your students.
Yes.
And we'll talk a lot more about that. But tell me a little bit about you, and then we'll talk about yoga.
Okay. So I came to yoga about 7 years ago because I had fibromyalgia. And through a process of just a lot of holistic techniques and stuff, I went through healing myself. And yoga was one of the parts that really helped me heal. What happened is a friend of mine just introduced me to a yoga class. And I found that I felt really good afterwards. And it was wonderful. So I just started a practice. And that was probably for about 2 years. And my teacher kept on telling me, you need to become a yoga instructor. And I said, I'm not ready. And I decided that, this was for me because I wanted to learn more about yoga. Because I knew that it really helped I am basically symptom-free of fibromyalgia now.
Wow.
So, which is an amazing thing, and yoga definitely helped me move towards that. So after about 2.5 years, I decided to take teacher training just for the learning how to grow and understand more about yoga. And what happened is, lo and behold, people started to ask me to teach. So I just started teaching. And a wonderful thing through my yoga instructor was directed to SCAN.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you've been with us almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years now. And the classes are growing. We started out with just that floor yoga class and moved on to floor and chair. And chair was so, people were so receptive to it, which is such a wonderful thing because anybody can do that. And so it's just grown with leaps and bounds. And fantastic. People started to love it. They wanted the 2 classes a week. And then they started to say, we want to practice more. And that was fantastic because they wanted a venue to do it at home. And that was really cool. So, with our getting that CD together, it's wonderful, and people are really receptive and excited about
We'll talk a little more about that in a little bit.
Yeah.
So let's try to get into the whole conversation about what is yoga.
Yeah. So here's the thing. People think that yoga is just moving the body, and that's not yoga. That's a part of yoga. There's 5 different points that make yoga. So one of them being the asanas, the movements of yoga. There are other ones. There are 4 more points. Following your breath, pranayama. So we want to incorporate that in a yoga class, the breathing techniques. Also positive thinking and meditation. So in our yoga classes at SCAN, we include that in the class. Also a proper rest or relaxation at the end so that the body can incorporate all the things that we've done, all the movements and the breath work. We relax at the end. That's also incorporated in our class. The last thing is, so we have rest, breathing, movements, proper thinking and meditation, and the last one is proper diet. Of course, we can't do that in the class, but all 4 of those we try to incorporate in every class, whether it be chair yoga class or a floor yoga class.
So we always get the question about, I can't do yoga. So tell me a little bit about, can people, anyone and everyone practice yoga?
Definitely. Here's the thing, yoga should always feel good. If you keep that in mind, that it should feel good, no pain, no gain is not yoga, okay? We want to go to a stretch, a comfortable stretch. So you go to your limitation, your comfortable limitation. So it's really important that you honor that in your yoga class. It should always remember in the back of your mind, it should feel good. So anybody can practice. So there may be a main core pose that you do, and there's always a way to increase that pose, make it a little bit more challenging, or make it a little less stressful by using blocks and bolsters to support. So anybody can do yoga.
So do you need to be flexible?
Not at all. So what we do is we use our blocks, we use our blankets. So say if you're taking a floor yoga class and you're really not flexible behind the legs, we use a rolled up blanket. We use blocks so that it supports the posture. We keep the alignment, making it comfortable, easeful, with our blocks and blankets to support.
So can I do yoga anytime, any place, if I'm feeling good or not?
Definitely. And sometimes when you're not feeling good, it's probably the best time to do it, because when we move the body and move the breath, sometimes our muscles relax and we start to rejuvenate and feel better. So it's definitely something that you can do anytime, whether you're feeling uncomfortable, stressful, relaxed, anything. And with the practice, you can take that practice home. Maybe there's some postures that you may like in a yoga class that you take. You can just take them anytime and just practice them on your own. But you can also use CDs. There are many of them out there. As long as you remember whatever CD that you use, you follow what they're doing, but you do it with easefulness and with the focus of ahimsa, non-harming. Let it be stretch and no strain.
So as I age in here, is there any restrictions to one because of their age?
Well, I think the main thing is to speak to your doctor, and make sure that there's no limitations. There are things that you want to make sure of, that head below the heart, if you have any high blood pressure issues, things like that. And we usually go over any of those things in class. So if it doesn't feel good, you shouldn't do it, so that's really the main guide.
So what's the goal of yoga, now that we know what it is?
Okay, there's no goal. There is no goal. There isn't a destination to get to. It's about being right in the present moment. It's about doing what you're doing and doing with mindfulness and ease and relaxed. So it's not about getting to a point, it's the journey and the process. That's why they call yoga a practice.
And how long will it take me to adapt to the practice so that I can enjoy the benefits?
The benefits are automatic, which is so great. I love this because my students come in and the first day they're like, wow, I feel so good. And they don't get, why do I feel so good? They just don't get it. But I love when they keep coming back because they know they feel good from the time they take their first class. Again, if you do it mindfully, without stress and strain, you're gonna feel the benefits. You can also do it with stress and strain and still get the benefits, but you're doing it in a way that's might be injure you.
So let me just kind of back up here. At SCAN, we are made up. One of the reasons we had changed our name was because we know that socialization is a really key component to keep people mentally, physically, and emotionally healthy. And then the other was about communities. And I have to tell you that I was a little reluctant to use that word because I didn't understand it to its fullest until after Sandy, the superstorm Sandy. We were closed for 8 days, and then when we came back, I didn't know if anyone would come back, but everybody came back. And it became perfectly clear at that point that at SCAN, each one of our classes is its own community. And what I've seen in the yoga class is that That's really very true.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, everyone in there is concerned about each other. They look forward to coming no matter what the weather is outside.
That's
Because
true.
we've had some really rough winters. And that they continue to ask for the class to be extended.
Yes.
Because while we have 3 13-week semesters, they want to come for 15 weeks.
Yes.
And so I do ask them to just give me a week that I can clean the floor, and they are obliging. So I see your community growing.
Yes.
Do you think that it has any limitations?
Oh, no. I mean, they're already asking for other things. They want meditation now. So they're asking, when can we form a group so that we could do meditation? I said, okay, I'll bring it up. We'll talk about that. There's always something else. There's so many different things. Holistic community, there's so many different things that we can do and bring to this community so that people can understand there are other alternatives. So I think it's unending, and as we practice, as they practice, they start to be aware of so many other different things that I'll touch on and give them a little bit of a taste of, and they'll say, wow, can we learn more about that? So I said, okay, we'll do a separate class on that. So it's just ever growing and expanding. There's so much.
And so let's talk about the holistic piece here. I mean, I do think that SCAN is going in that direction. I think that we have a program that's called Take Control of Your Health. While it is a program that is 6 weeks in duration, it's evidence-based, meaning that it's been proven to be successful by the staff at university. We do have master trainers at SCAN, and we have pure leaders. But I do think that at the end of those 6 weeks, people say, so what's next? Mm-hmm. And I think that's always been a challenge because in many cases, these classes are not held at SCAN, they're held in the community. And we would like to bring more of our other classes into the community. I know recently you had done a class for us in one of our special projects, and it went over incredibly successful. And we had 25 seniors who probably haven't been exercising in a long time, and you did chair yoga with them. Mm-hmm. What was the outcome of that?
Well, I think when I walked in, many people were really very, very skeptical. I can't do yoga. Well, we'll see about this, and so there was a lot of, I think the focus when people hear the word yoga is, I need to be flexible, I need to bend like a pretzel, and
I need really new clothes.
Yeah. And so when we did this class, the reaction afterwards was, wow, I can do this. It's possible. I can feel good. I can get exercise and not dread it. So those were really positive things, and they were like, wow, where can I do this? How can I do this? So they were excited, and they really wanted it in their community, and they already started to talk about asking about how can we find a place to do exactly what you're teaching, and where can we bring this out? So I think they were already asking for the CD. They really wanted to, have someplace where they could do it at home.
Well, I can't let the cat out of the bag, but they might get one before the class is over.
Very cool.
But yeah, so I'm excited about maybe taking this whole holistic approach with us on the road, so that if we go do Take Control of Your Health or do other stuff in the community and they want more, that we can bring more to them. So I'm excited about that. Does any of your students want to advance to another level, or are any of them considering learning how to be a teacher for an encore career, any of that stuff coming out of it?
I did have one student that said she was interested, and I did give her information on where I went and studied. And so I think she was looking further into it.
Why would one want to start yoga?
Well, there's many reasons. You may feel anxious, or feel stressed, and yoga is a way to practice your breathing and moving your body so that you can find a sense of calm and peace. And that's one of the main things people say when they first come into the class afterwards, how peaceful and relaxed they feel. It's giving your mind a break, focusing on being in the moment, where you forget about that outside world for a while, you know. And what's beautiful is I see the transformation in the students more so than they can see. And you know, it takes them about a good 3 to 6 months to really see, wow, it starts to incorporate in their lives. And the students coming in and saying, you know what, I used this breath work. I was so stressed. I had to go to the dentist, and I was so stressed. And I started notice, I was breathing, and I was tight, and I was holding my breath. And I sat there and I did the breath work. And you know what? It helped. So this is where they're changing, and they're starting to see, wow, I can use these tools that I practice in yoga, and I take it out into my everyday life. And it's really transforming. I'm able to calm myself in areas where I couldn't calm myself before. So those things are so gratifying for me.
So I think the other thing that gets a little confusing is that there's different types of yoga.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I've heard about hot yoga. I have no idea what that means.
Mm-hmm.
But can you just kind of tell us about some of the other kinds of yoga?
I think what happens is, in our society, people take something and then they run with it, and then they bring it and make it their own. So hot yoga is just what it is. It's bringing your body into a hot room, really hot. And the reason why they decided that this was great is because when it's hot, the muscles begin to stretch, so you'll be able to deepen in the class. So your muscles are stretched, and you'll be able to move into the postures a little bit more deeper.
If you don't pass out.
Yeah, if you don't pass out, is right. There's just flow yoga, where you're constantly moving your body. So it's all different ways of just glorifying and changing it around the asana part of it. So there's Bikram, where you will really focus more on your alignment. So I do suggest students go, look, try, with the attitude of non-harming. Go only to your comfortability and see what's right for you.
So at SCAN, we have yoga classes twice a week, Wednesdays and Fridays.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe floor yoga is in the morning in the AM, and chair yoga is in the early afternoon.
Right.
I know that we're averaging probably, anywhere from 12 to 15 students per class.
Mm-hmm.
And we will continue to do that. I mean, and I know that I have a commitment to look at this whole holistic approach over the summer and see what else we can bring to the table. But not only here. I mean, I think our mission is to bring it out to the community and help them be as healthy as they possibly can. So we're excited about that. And with that in mind, you came to me with one of your ideas. You come to me with lots of ideas. And that's good, because your students are asking you for that. And so I'm so happy that you do share that with me, because I wouldn't know. Mm-hmm. And so you had asked if we could videotape the class and and maybe produce a DVD that they could make a donation and use at home. And so we were happy to do that, and we have produced 2. I'm really pleased with them, and I think that you had gotten some pre-orders, and we were incredibly impressed with how many people signed up that they would love a copy of it. So it's called basically chair yoga, and then what's the other one called?
Yoga
Just
for
yoga
everyone.
for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And so in those, how long are the tapes?
I think they run about 55 minutes.
And so people can use them in their homes at their own pace, and whenever they're available to do that, especially if they need to calm down about something. Yes. And again, I know that people who practice yoga usually like to do it more often. I mean, we really went from 1 day to 2 days, but that's still a long time in between for people not to do it if they're really getting accustomed to it. Mm-hmm. So this might help them be able to practice it at home. So I'm really excited that you're part of our team. We're going to be doing a lot of strategic planning over the summer, so we will be picking your brain in regards to this whole component or department of exercise and wellness that we're forming. And so any last comments for the last minute that we have?
I have a list for you already. I'm making a list of a whole bunch of different holistic things for beautiful workshops or whatever we can do. I think that yoga is a wonderful thing to bring out to the adult community. It's just a great experience. I've had such a wonderful experience teaching here. The positivity of the students, their willingness to be open and learn is just amazing, and I consider it a blessing to be here.
Well, we're happy to have you. So on behalf of SCAN and the Board of Directors and your students, we really want to thank you for all that you've done and continue to help us grow, and hopefully will be the venue of choice for people in the community. So again, thank you very much.
Thank you.
We are going to take a short break and we'll be back in a minute.
Take it from me. Living with a chronic disease is no easy task, but I learned to better manage my health condition, and you can too. Take Control of Your Health is the chronic disease self-management program created by Stanford University. This fun, innovative course is now offered to all county residents. Diabetes, arthritis, heart disease, cancer. Take Control of Your Health gives proven strategies to manage these conditions and reclaim your life. See how nutrition, exercise, and various mind techniques can help you overcome depression, increase energy, and manage pain. You'll not only get this book when you participate, you'll also receive the guidance and support of others living with a chronic illness, just like you. Take control of your health in 6 short sessions.
Call the number on your screen to register or get further information at scannj.com. Brought to you by SCAN, Social Community Activities Network, with funding made available by the Monmouth County Office on Aging.
Welcome back. My name is Pat Bohse and I am the host of Welcome to SCAN. And with me now is Andrea Tarr, the program director at SCAN. So hi.
Hey Pat, how are you?
I'm fabulous. How are you?
Very good, thank you.
So we have a big season coming up.
Yes.
And lots of things happening.
The fall is always crazy. A lot of things going on at the same time.
So tell us a little bit about what's happening when our new semester starts.
Well, let's see. The new semester starts and Boscov's campus of courses starts, and it all kind of happens about the same time. So by about the second week of September, everything just falls into place.
So we have dates though, September, I believe it's September 8th class starts.
Right.
And then Boscov is
It's
coming
the
right
following
after.
week. The following week is Boscov. Boscov only lasts for a month.
So I'm not sure if the audience knows what the Boscov classes are,
Okay.
so maybe we should explain that.
Technically, the name would be the Boscov's Campus of Courses. So they're held at Boscov's Department Store, which is in Eatontown, in the Monmouth Mall, and we do some in the Ocean County Mall as well. And this goes on for 4 weeks, and in that 4-week period, we'll program anywhere from 35 to 50 classes, one and done. That's a lot of classes. There are basically morning, noon, and night, every single day. And these are a huge variety. There's free health lectures from Monmouth Medical Center and other places. Oh, by the way, the cost, they're either $5 or free. So it's not price is not a barrier.
And and for the SCAN members, if you're a member of SCAN, all of those classes are
Everything.
free.
They can take as many as they want.
And they can go to all of them if they choose
Absolutely.
to, in both locations.
Yes, and that's right, absolutely right. And it's open to the public. It's not just for SCAN people. It's open to anyone of any age who wants to participate. And we really have something for everyone. You know, there's some holistic things. We will have yoga classes there, demos there from our yoga teacher. We'll have the single most popular class is something about eBay.
Buying and selling, cleaning out those closets.
Yeah, everybody wants to clean out their place. And we'll have things on digital photography. We'll have some financial things. It's just a huge variety. There's something for
And
everyone.
it's a wonderful opportunity for us because we get to see what people are interested in so that we can convert that into classes here. And we have a wonderful partnership with Boscov Department Store, and we continue to work with them. And also at the Monmouth Mall, I mean, we really need to pay our respects to the mall because they're fabulous and they let us do our thing here. The other stuff that I wanted to talk about is we have 2 programs that we kind of own right now. One is called Take Control of Your Health, and the other is called Digital Aging Mastery Program, which we were not going to say that. But we're going to be in, I think, probably week 30 of that particular program, where we've given away 25 tablets to seniors with little technology background.
Right.
And we're hosting this wonderful program at the YMCA of Weston Monmouth's Community Center. And
Which is in Freehold.
Which is in Freehold. And so we go there every Thursday from 11 to 1. And not only have these seniors gotten the tablet, but they also have gotten free internet service for a year.
Right.
And they also have coaches that work with them regularly if they have issues. But we're also providing educational program to them. And this is new curriculum for us that we might be adopting at SCAN going forward, but it really covers the gamut. And so we're really excited. We're one of 7 nationwide that have been asked to be in this pilot.
It's pretty amazing. Yeah, it's going beautifully.
And so we've developed a new community.
It
We
is,
talked
it
about
is literally a
community.
community that wasn't there, where there was nothing existed.
Right.
We brought about 30 people together on a weekly basis.
And the Y is hoping to maintain that slot for seniors, if not more, in that particular arena. So that's really exciting. The other is take control of your health. So you have about a minute to tell us about it.
Yes, well, we've been doing that now for a couple of years. I'm actually one of the master trainers, and I'm a peer leader as well. And so this is a 6-week workshop. Each week we cover, it's about managing a chronic health condition, and just about everyone has some sort of chronic health condition. The idea is to, well, just take control of yourself, of your own health, keep yourself out of the doctor's office, how to sleep better, eat better, just how to live better, and reclaim your life.
And again, in each place that we go, there is a sense of community.
Yeah.
And we keep being asked, so what's next? And so that's why we're hoping to take more of our classes on the road, so that we can work in the community more and not expect people to come to SCAN all the time, because transportation is always an issue.
Yeah, and there are a lot of people who would like us to come to them.
Right.
So we are.
So we're planning to do that.
Yes.
The other is our annual luncheon will be coming up in October 20th at Seabrook. And we're really excited because we will be honoring the geriatric team from Monmouth Medical Center, who have done a lot of stuff for us.
So much for us, yes.
And we're also honoring the directors from the Meals on Wheels program in Monmouth County, and also the Jewish Meals on Wheels program.
Right.
And so I'm excited about that. They'll be getting the Distinct Leadership Award for Aging.
In the field of aging.
And then we have 2 wonderful volunteers, one being Jack Livingston, who is our music teacher.
He's been with us for a long time.
And then Donna
Rauschwell.
Who is a member of this team.
Right, she is, and she's been a great volunteer for a long time as well. Well deserved for both of them.
So again, we're out of time. Thank you. If it's important to you, it's important to us. Please feel free to come see us at SCAN.
How to locate SCAN. SCAN is easy to locate once you find the movie theater at Monmouth Mall. As you enter the parking lot from Route 35, the theater is almost directly ahead of you. Drive towards the theater, but go up along the left side into the parking lot. As you approach the end, you will see entrance number 3 on your right. Park and enter the building here. Once inside, you will see a staircase that only goes down. After passing through the doors at the bottom, turn to your left, and SCAN is right there.